What if we told you that the average person will work 90,000 hours in their lifetime, but 64% will retire broke? Justin was on that exact path, working 50-hour weeks at his corporate job and barely scraping by until he discovered a system that let him build a $5,000 monthly side income in just 6 months. Today, we are breaking down his exact blueprint so you can do the same. Welcome to KB Blue Tree, where we explore digital business strategies that create real financial freedom. Most people think they need to quit their job to start earning more, but that is actually the riskiest move you can make. The smartest approach is building income streams while you still have job security. And that is exactly what Justin did. Before we dive into his strategy, make sure to like and subscribe to KB Blue Tree for more insightful content that helps you build wealth outside the traditional employment trap problem. Here is what most people do not realize about modern employment. You get hired at a salary that feels decent, maybe $45,000 or $60,000 a year. You work hard and get promoted. Your salary goes up to $55,000 or $70,000. Sounds like progress, right? But then you look at your bank account and somehow you are still living paycheck to paycheck. You have got a better title and more responsibilities, but your financial stress has not changed at all. This was Justin's reality for 3 years. He started as a marketing coordinator, making $42,000. He got promoted to senior coordinator with a raise to $50,000. Then he became a marketing specialist at $58,000. 3 promotions in 3 years, but he was still stressed about money every single month. His rent went up and his car needed repairs. Unexpected expenses kept wiping out any progress he made. The worst part was realizing that his next promotion would only add another $5,000 to $8,000, and that would not change anything either. The cycle felt endless, and it is the same cycle millions of workers face every single day. You trade more hours for slightly more money, but your lifestyle expenses rise to match your income. Financial experts call this lifestyle inflation, but it is really just the reality of trying. To build wealth on a single income stream in an economy where costs rise faster than wages, most people accept this as normal, but Justin started asking a different question. What if the problem was not his salary, but his strategy? The real issue goes deeper than just salary numbers. Corporate America has fundamentally changed over the past 30 years, but most workers still operate under old assumptions. Our parents' generation could join a company and stay for 30 years with pension plans and job security. That world does not exist anymore. The average person now changes jobs every 4 years, and pension plans have been replaced with inadequate retirement accounts that most people cannot fully fund. Even worse is something economists call wage compression. Entry-level salaries have barely kept pace with inflation, while senior positions pay less in real dollars than they did 20 years ago. Meanwhile, the cost of housing and healthcare and education has skyrocketed. This creates a trap where working harder and climbing the corporate ladder does not actually lead to financial security. You are running faster just to stay in the same place. The system is designed to keep you dependent on that single paycheck, which gives you zero leverage and maximum vulnerability. This is why so many people feel stuck, despite doing everything right. They went to college and got good jobs and earned promotions, but they are one layoff or medical emergency away from financial disaster. The traditional path to wealth through employment alone is broken, and pretending otherwise keeps people trapped for decades. Solutions. Justin's breakthrough came when he stopped trying to earn more at his job and started building parallel income streams instead. He kept his full-time position for stability, but used his evenings and weekends strategically. His approach was not about working more hours, but about working on higher-value activities that could scale. Here is the exact framework he followed, and you can implement it starting today. First, Justin identified his marketable skills. He worked in marketing, so he had experience with social media management and content writing and email campaigns. But here is the key insight. He did not need to be the world's best at these skills. He just needed to be better than business owners who were trying to do it themselves. Small businesses and startups are desperately looking for help with marketing, but they cannot afford to hire full-time employees. That gap is your opportunity. Justin started by offering one specific service: social media management for local real estate agents. Notice how specific that is. He did not offer general marketing to anyone who would pay. He picked one service for one type of client. This made it incredibly easy to find potential customers and demonstrate value. Real estate agents are everywhere, and they all struggle with consistent social media posting. Justin could solve that problem, and he could explain his solution in 30 seconds. He found his first 3 clients through direct outreach. He made a list of 20 real estate agents in his area and sent each one a personalized message explaining exactly how he could help their business. No generic templates. He researched each agent's current social media and pointed out specific opportunities they were missing. 3 agents responded, and 2 became paying clients at $500 per month each. That was $1,000 in monthly recurring revenue from about 10 hours of outreach work. Here is where most people mess up with freelancing. They underprice their services because they feel like beginners. Justin made the same mistake initially, but quickly realized something important. His clients did not care about his experience level. They cared about results. A real estate agent who closes 1 extra deal per year because of better social media visibility just made an extra $10,000 in commission. Paying Justin $500 per month was an incredible investment for them. As Justin delivered results for his first clients, he raised his prices and expanded his services. After 3 months, he was charging $750 per client. He added email newsletter management as an upsell for an extra $250 per month. By month 6, he had 5 clients paying an average of $800 each. That is $4,000 in monthly side income. He was working about 15 hours per week on his freelance business while still maintaining his full-time job. The leverage came from systems and tools. Justin used scheduling software to batch create social media content. He spent 3 hours on Sunday afternoons creating a full week of posts for all his clients. He used artificial intelligence tools to help draft email newsletters and social media captions, which cut his writing time in half. This is where our Artificial Intelligence Business Accelerator Kit becomes invaluable. It includes templates and workflows and prompts specifically designed for freelancers who want to scale their services using artificial intelligence. You can find it on Gumroad and PayHip, and it will save you months of trial and error. The beautiful thing about freelance service businesses is they require almost zero startup capital. Justin spent maybe $200 total on his business, a simple website and some scheduling software, and that was it. No inventory and no employees and no office space. Just his skills and his laptop and his willingness to solve problems for clients. This is the fastest path from $0 to $5,000 per month that exists today. Success story. Let us look at Justin's numbers after 12 months, because this is where it gets really interesting. He was still working his full-time job, which paid him $62,000 annually after his latest raise. But his freelance business was generating $6,000 per month with just 20 hours of work per week. That is $72,000 per year in additional income. Here is what that meant in practical terms. Justin paid off $15,000 in credit card debt in 8 months. He built a 6-month emergency fund of $18,000. He maxed out his retirement contributions for the first time ever. And he still had money left over to actually enjoy life without guilt or stress. The mental shift was incredible. He went from feeling trapped and anxious about money to feeling in control and optimistic about his future. But the real power of what Justin built goes beyond the immediate income. He now had options and leverage. If he got laid off from his corporate job, he would be fine, because his freelance income covered his basic expenses. If he wanted to negotiate remote work or reduced hours at his job, he had the leverage to do it. He was no longer dependent on a single employer for his financial survival. This is the framework we teach in our Digital Freedom Blueprint, which gives you step-by-step instructions for building location-independent income streams. You can find it on Gumroad and PayHip, and it covers everything from identifying your best skills to finding high-paying clients to scaling beyond $5,000 per month. Justin used many of these exact strategies to build his business. The timeline matters here. Justin did not quit his job on day 1 and hope for the best. He spent 6 months building his freelance business to consistent $4,000 months before he even considered making changes to his employment situation. That patience and strategic thinking is what separates people who successfully transition to entrepreneurship from those who flame out and have to go back to traditional employment. Call to action. Now, let us talk about your path forward, because understanding Justin's story is worthless unless you take action. First, calculate your freedom number. That is the amount of monthly income you need from side businesses to cover your basic expenses. For most people, it is between $3,000 and $5,000. Once you hit that number, you have options. You can keep your job and bank the extra income. You can negotiate better terms with your employer. Or you can transition to full-time entrepreneurship with a safety net already in place. Start by auditing your skills this week. Write down everything you are reasonably good at that businesses might pay for. Marketing and writing and design and bookkeeping and video editing and web development. Whatever it is, get specific. Then research who needs those skills. Look at local businesses and online entrepreneurs and busy professionals who would pay to offload tasks they do not have time for. Your goal for the next 30 days is to get one paying client at any price point. Do not worry about building a perfect business or charging optimal rates yet. Just prove to yourself that someone will pay you for your skills. That first client creates momentum and confidence in learning that you cannot get any other way. Once you have one client, getting to 5 or 10 becomes exponentially easier. Remember that KB Bluetree has multiple channels designed to support your entire journey to financial freedom. If you want to learn more about building online businesses, check out our KB Bluetree Digital and Online Business Strategy, Channel 4 in-depth training on revenue models and client acquisition and scaling strategies. And if you are interested in optimizing your productivity and career development while building your side business, visit our KB Bluetree Productivity and Career Development channel for systems that help you manage both without burning out. The gap between where you are now and $5,000 per month in freelance income is smaller than you think. It is not about having perfect credentials or special connections. It is about identifying a specific problem you can solve and finding people who will pay you to solve it. Justin did it, and thousands of others have done it using these same principles. The question is, will you be next? Start today, because 6 months from now, you will wish you had.